So what happened, Julie?
Well, Terry was out here all by himself. And not dirt, it's decomposed stuff, decomposed tree. It's all fluff and stuff in here, and so it just sunk. He's lucky he didn't go down and slide into the stream down there.
Yeah, this is the reason why I want to get tracks.
Yep.
All right, well, my over-the-tire tracks finally arrived, and I am excited to put them on and stop getting my Bobcat stuck in the mud. I've gotten it stuck in dry dirt, got it stuck going over tree roots. It just, the four wheels just, especially when I live on this hillside and slope, and the dirt is really soft and loose, I need over-the-tire tracks. So I did a lot of research and I decided to go with the Mclaren over-the-tire tracks. This is the, I think they have 3 different versions of over-the-tire tracks. I got the cheapest version that they had, but these still seem to be heavy duty. So I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step on how to install these. I've never installed over-the-tire tracks before on my Bobcat. We'll see how that works and how they go on. Hopefully once I get these on, I won't ever have to worry about getting stuck again. These tracks, I did a lot of research with a lot of different companies, and Mclaren seemed to have the best price for what I was looking for. These weren't the most expensive over-the-tire tracks. These were kind of the lower line, but they still are, just from what I'm looking at them, you know, here, they seem to be really heavy duty. So hopefully I'll be very happy with them, and I'll show you guys what they're all about. Yeah, I tried really hard to get my tracks on the Bobcat. I only got like 2 days of weekend to get them on, and every time I get my cameras out and get set up, it starts to rain. And then I go do something else, and I come back, and okay, it's great. Set the cameras up. As soon as I get them set up and start going, it starts raining again. So, man, this is going to be a long haul to get this video done. Jeez. All right, well, it's the next day, and time to put the tracks on. It is a beautiful day. There's no sun. It's cloudy. I love cloudy days. We may get some rain at some point today, so I'll be working kind of in and out of little showers, I think, that are coming. All right, well, the first thing I got to do is get the Bobcat and put the forks on it so I can lift the tracks off the trailer and start laying that out. But before I can do that, I got to get the Bobcat out. I had a tree fall over on our Costco tent here, and our Bobcat is trapped inside. The problem is I don't want to cut the tree here, because then all the weight of the tree is then going to be on top of the tent here. So I think what I want to do is get the Bobcat out first of all, and then I'm going to drive it around here and lift the tree up with the Bobcat and push it up and off the tent. That seems to be the best idea that I have right now. So the only issue is I got to get the Bobcat out of there. first things first, remove the old chains. These chains have really saved my butt up to this point from getting stuck, and I don't think I could have hardly used this Bobcat at all without these chains. But the time has come to remove them and put the tracks on. All right, let's see what this guy looks like. Really heavy. Get this out of here. Little installation tool case. So the best way is to knock this down. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to go about doing that. That is heavy. All right, so I got the tracks laid out parallel to each other, and the space that I put them across is 36 3/4 inches from the fin to the fin, and of course parallel with each other, so that I can drive the Bobcat right over top of it. And that's my next step. Also, to try to make sure you pull on these pieces to try and get out any loose slack that's inside of here. So you want to pull on this end, as much as you can, to pull any slack out, if that makes any sense. So there's the first step. All right, so I did the rope trick to see if how this would work, and it worked really well. It pulled it right up. I appear to have a lot of extra links. How many? Alright, well, not sure what that means, other than I gotta remove some links. So I definitely can remove that one. I guess you can consider it spare parts. This one's going to be too tight. So it looks like by the time I tighten it up, a little bit of slack there. Maybe I can connect this one to this one. So I need to remove these two. So let me find the right tools and remove those two. Well, this I need to remove two of them. This torqued down really well. Alright, so that's that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to reach this other side and get it. I did. That should come out like so. Alright, so they have an installation toolkit here, and basically you have these little square pieces here, and they drop down in there. Alright, so that's that piece. We're good to go. Set that there. Now, theoretically, when this is all pulled together, hook. That one up there. That like so. Go. Now I need a big wrench to go on this guy to turn it, to basically suck these pieces in. I don't need this rope anymore. One of the things I'm looking at here is I didn't put my clamp. See if we can see that. Right here, here's my clamp. I clamped the same distance here as I did here. So now I'm off. So you got to make sure that when you bring this up over the tire and this one up over the tire, you put your clamp in the exact same spot. So I'm off exactly that distance there. If you can see that, I'm hitting that. That hole, in fact, that may do it. Lock nut on. We'll just put that hand tight for now. This other side, I've got a ways to go. So I'm not sure I'm going to be able to tighten it enough to get it where I want it to go. Let's go ahead and take the tensioner off. I tell you what, I don't know how I would have put this chain on without this tensioner. So if you're buying the tracks, make sure you get this tensioner here, because it was critical on me getting this on. Alright, loosen this up. That should be it. Let's go to the other side. Alright, I'm automatically seeing why you pull with the rope up over the tire. It's it's pretty obvious now that I'm looking at it on this side. So you would have to have somebody standing here, and as you're inside the Bobcat, pulling it forward, someone would have to guide it up between your well here, all the way up to here. When you put the rope on, it holds it in its place all the way up, and then you're supposed to untie it once you get it up, once you basically feed it up through here. Because right now I can't get this over the tire because this doesn't flex, and I'll hit the frame here. So that seems really obvious now. I didn't think of it at the time. So what I have to do is I'm going to have to back the Bobcat up back to here. I will tie the rope on it because the rope basically helps feed it up over till I can get it, to here, and then I can untie the rope. So that's what I screwed up on the other side. So so yes, untie the rope when you're done, when you fed it over the top. So all right, so I gotta back the Bobcat up. Now we remove the rope. I already know that I'm going to have to remove two links. So, where's my socket? I'm going to go ahead and do that while it's flat. So, loosen that. Loosen that. Take the lock nut off. Take the shoulder bolts off. Slide that out. Set these aside. All set. Boy, these things are heavy. Heavy duty. I am recording, am I? Yes. Recording on the low battery. Okay, so this guy, I'm going to do the same thing. Hook it up under there. And I got to loosen it up. Expand it out as much as possible. Let's try that. So. I gotta loosen it some more. Going the right way. Nope. There we go. Okay. I'm going to try to make sure, which I didn't do on the other side, is that these are aligned. So when this pin goes up, it lines up with that. So I'll give that a whirl. I'm curious for anybody watching, as I stare at this crescent wrench, is it just me, or anytime I use a crescent wrench, no matter which way I turn this knob, it's always the wrong way? Okay, you know, if I'm coming over and I want to loosen it, I turn that, end up tightening it. I don't know if my brain, this isn't wired that you pull it, push it, and it closes. Although, is that the same over here? See, it's not. So if on this side, it just irritates me that no matter how I use this crescent wrench, it's whatever direction that I first roll it is always the wrong way. It's probably just me. Really, almost done here. It's amazing. I'm watching the videos with people with these tracks on, and they're running through 2-foot deep mud. It's like, holy cow. If anyone's watched my pond video, when I was digging out the pond, that was the I think second time I got the bobcat stuck, was down in there, and it was soft mud, and man, I got stuck really bad. I eventually got it out. Still, you're going to hit a point where these are going to hit here, so you got to make sure you get them up in there. That's it. Alright, so there we go. Tracks are on. It is now a beast. Well, I've had these tracks now for about 4 months, and they are by far the best investment that I have made. I don't have to worry about getting stuck anymore. These things will go through anything: mud, slop, wet leaves, dry dirt. They are fantastic. If you're interested in seeing more videos about the skid steer and me working on it, attachments, go to our website, which is skywaterhaven.com, and we have a blog that we have several blogs. But if you subscribe specifically to the Everything Bobcat blog, you'll receive an email every time we post a video concerning the Bobcat. And of course, you can subscribe to the any of the other classifications that we have on there. But that way, you're not subscribing and you're not getting stuff that you're not interested in. Because we do a whole variety of different things here at Skywater Haven. So the website's nice because you can pick and choose exactly what you want to be notified for, as opposed to just subscribing to the channel. Although we would like you to do that also. The video here, you'll see they do leave a mark in the grass. It's been pretty wet, and they do kind of chew things up a little bit. They have another set of tracks that are a little more easier. They have big pads on them that you also use them for concrete, and they don't tear that much the grass up quite as much. Oh, I almost forgot. I'll try to attach the link here in this video if I can remember how to do that. I blew a tire on the Bobcat with the tracks on, in the woods, on the hillside, in the brush. So if you want to see how to deal with that, click the link hopefully attached here, and I'll take you down that journey. Anyway, thanks again for watching.